Hey everybody, Tyler here. Just wanted to hop on here real quick and give you guys a quick overview and rundown of what I'll be doing this summer to help myself get in better shape, get prepped for Hyrox, and some other races I have coming up over the course of the next few months. And there's also some workouts as well in case you guys want to follow along, take a few things from my workouts and add to your own, things like that. So without further ado, first off, let's talk about why am I telling you this? Why can I share some ideas with you? These are my current statistics. And as of right now, my 5K is about 23:30. My 1 mile PR is way less than 6:45, but I've also gained some weight since then. So I'll just leave it at that. That was done about 2 weeks ago. And then the squat, bench, and deadlifts have all been done within the last 3 weeks. And then my Hyrox doubles time of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is it's kind of cool, happened in the DC Championships roughly a month or two ago. So these are my current stats. These should all improve by the end of the summertime. I have a video coming up with that, once it hits August and September to kind of see where I'm at now and how far I've come. So how am I going to achieve this? How am I going to accomplish this? And kind of what's it going to look like? And so here's my tentative ideas for how I want to train, right? So Monday I want to run and lift upper. Tuesday is more of a high rocks because I'm trying to do one of those in November. Fingers crossed I can get into one of those races. Things have been blowing up, which is great, but also unfortunate because I want to be able to race just as much as everyone else wants to race too. Um, but back on track here. And then Wednesday I want to run more probably speed work, and then lift some legs to kind of get myself used to running on compromised legs. Thursday can either be an off day or an active recovery day, like a walk or a long stretching session or even yoga, whatever I kind of am feeling that day. Friday would be kind of a shorter run to kind of get my legs moving and then lift upper. And then Saturday will be my long run. Planning to do at least 6 to 7 miles every single long run or build off the previous one. So, for example, if I ran 6 miles yesterday, then I would run 6.5 miles today. And then, or last week, I apologize, build up on weeks. Okay. And then Sunday, I would just lift legs. And the kind of goal is to really just kind of hit them as hard as I can without making it too hard to run the following day. So, what are these lifts going to look like? The first upper lift of the week is going to be more chest and shoulder focused. So I have flat bench, flat dumbbell press, cable fly, shoulder press, lateral raises, and then finish off with some push-ups. Really burn yourself out. If 20 to 25 reps on push-ups is not nearly enough for you, I would absolutely advise doing more. I think that the best way to grow that chest and absolutely kind of blow up yourself for a good pump is to kind of just burn yourself out and go to these on failure. Just to kind of a general idea of where to start and kind of what to think about doing, just because I feel like who doesn't want to end the chest workout with a nice chest pump, right? Moving into lower, obviously we have the back squat, walking lunges, broad jumps, leg curls, leg extensions. Again, the order of these is kind of just how I've been doing them and what's been working for me. Again, if any of these things feel like they should be moved around for you, or any suggestions, please let me know because this is just kind of what I've been going with for the last couple of months, and I feel like it's going to work a bit more moving forward now that I have more time with the nice weather and being off work. And so I would say back squats are just obviously a staple. 6 to 8 reps, kind of going heavier here because the rest of the stuff is more of hypertrophy focused, but I want to be able to build that leg strength still and work on getting my squat up a little bit. Upper lift number two is more back and kind of bicep focused here. So we have pull ups, barbell rows, lat pull downs, chest supported rows, easy bar curls, and hammer curls with some dumbbells. Pull ups can also be subbed out for like the inverted rows with a bar on the barbell where you're kind of pulling yourself up to your or pulling your chest towards the bar. Or do use some bands, or if you have a machine in your gym, I would also advise using that. That can be very helpful to kind of get yourself used to doing these movements and getting yourself to a point where the 3 sets of 8 to 10 pull-ups isn't hard. It's very easy and simple. The rest of them I feel like are pretty standard things in a back workout. Again, some of these can have variations. If you want to do close grip lat pull downs instead of wide grip, or kind of vary how things go, by all means do that. This is just a general idea of what I'll be doing. Again, I'll also be doing some variations just to kind of help myself hit different parts of different muscles. But yeah, this is kind of my blueprint for upper lift of the week number two. And then finally, my second lower lift of the week, which I'll be doing on Sundays, will be deadlifts, leg press, Bulgarian split squats, and push ups. some more walking lunges, and then calf raises to finish it off with either dumbbells or a barbell. Again, the deadlifts, I kind of have some higher reps there. I'm not saying I might not drop down to a lower rep scheme if I'm feeling pretty good and things are feeling light. But for the most part, I think 6 to 12 is a good place to be. I don't want to gas myself out because the problem is with, deadlifts, your CNS just gets absolutely fried. So the heavier and heavier that you go and the more reps you're doing at such heavy loads of weight, um, can be really taxing, and it would be really hard for me to be able to run on Monday. So I think 6 is kind of my sweet spot of where, okay, if I can do this and not feel like I'm going to die or be gassed, then the run should be a bit more tolerable on Monday. And again, like the rest of these workouts, these are just very general ideas, just somewhere to start. And then we'll kind of change things up as we go. And I can also make an update on what I've changed, what haven't changed, and kind of what's been working best, and kind of what's been kind of sucking. So, and then finally, a Hyrox focused workout. Again, this is not by all means an exhaustive workout that I will be doing every single time. It's just a general idea. 4 rounds every Tuesday of a 500-meter row, 20 cows on the assault bike, a minute 30 farmers carried with kettlebells, 15 burpees, and 25 wall balls. The wall balls I'll be doing with probably race weight. Farmers carry with kettlebells I'll be doing at above race weight. And everything else will be just kind of on the machine or on the ground with body weight because I'm not doing burpees with the weight on. I would probably just die. This might change as I kind of figure out what more my weaknesses are and kind of what I need to improve on moving forward for the Hyrox, and kind of go from there. But these are just kind of a general idea. I would take maybe 2 minutes rest between rounds if you need it. If not, by all means, just keep on sending it. I probably take between 2 and 3 minutes to recover my body to make sure that all my reps are going to be as hard as I possibly can and not be kind of half-assing things. And then finally, why am I doing all this, right? Why does it even matter? I'm doing a 10K race locally here in Pittsburgh coming up in September. The goal is to be able to do a Hyrox race in November, probably a Hyrox doubles, at least one doubles, maybe two. We'll see what happens with the lottery and see what kind of happens with as far as what I have access to with ticket wise and things like that. And then we may dabble in powerlifting in December or January. We'll kind of see how we feel or kind of what my strength looks like as far as my weight to strength ratio goes. Anything else you guys want to see me do or try or look into or dabble into, put in the comments below, please. I'd really appreciate it. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Hopefully this wasn't too painful. Hopefully it's somewhat helpful for you guys to kind of get a start on things and see what I'm doing. Maybe you can take some things from me or I can learn some things from you guys too. So put things in the comments you guys do, things you would change, things you wouldn't change, any thoughts or ideas for races or other lifts you guys want to try. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. So be healthy, be well, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.